Thinking about purchasing an electric vehicle? Before you dive in, here are the top 5 issues you should know about. In recent years, electric vehicles have been creating quite a buzz. They're sleek, they're green, they're the future of transportation, or so it seems. But like every shiny new thing, they come with their own set of challenges. In this video, we're going to delve into the top 5 issues that potential electric vehicle buyers might come across. We'll discuss everything from the limited choices available in the market to the upfront costs that might have you second guessing. We'll also talk about the state of charging infrastructure, the lifespan of electric vehicle batteries, and the ever-present fear of range anxiety. This isn't to discourage you from joining the electric revolution, but rather to provide you with a well-rounded perspective before you make your decision. Stay tuned as we start our countdown with issue number 5. At number 5, we have limited choices. In the bustling automotive market, where traditional gas guzzlers offer a smorgasbord of designs, sizes, and features, the electric vehicle industry is still catching up. This isn't to say there aren't options, far from it. It's just that compared to their fossil fuel counterparts, the variety isn't as broad. Think about it. How many electric SUVs can you name off the top of your head, or electric trucks? You might find yourself struggling after listing a few. The same goes for features. While many electric models boast state-of-the-art tech, the diversity in features across models is not as rich. This isn't entirely surprising, considering the electric vehicle industry is relatively young. The first mass-produced electric vehicle, the Nissan Leaf, was introduced just over a decade ago. And while the industry has made leaps and bounds since then, it still has some ways to go in matching the variety offered by traditional vehicles. But it's not all doom and gloom. The industry is growing, and fast. More and more manufacturers are jumping on the electric bandwagon, unveiling new and exciting models with each passing year. And with advancements in technology, we can expect to see a wider range of features in the not-so-distant future. So if you're looking for variety, you might have to wait a bit longer. But remember, good things come to those who wait. And in this case, we're betting that the wait will be worth it. Scene script. Coming in at number 4, upfront costs. Who doesn't love the idea of zipping around town in a shiny new electric vehicle, leaving a trail of zero emissions in your wake? But before you can enjoy the wind in your hair and the satisfaction of doing your part for the environment, there's a rather sizable roadblock to overcome: the initial price tag. Electric vehicles, or EVs as we'll call them, often carry a higher upfront cost than their gasoline-guzzling counterparts. The latest technology, high-quality batteries, and the overall novelty of these vehicles contribute to a heftier price tag. Even with government subsidies and incentives designed to make EVs more accessible, they can still be a significant investment. Let's take a moment to compare. Imagine you're in the market for a new mid-size car. A conventional car in this category might set you back between $20,000 and $30,000. But an electric vehicle, you could be looking at a starting price of around $35,000 or more. That's quite a leap, isn't it? This price disparity can be a significant deterrent for many potential EV buyers. And while it's true that the running costs of an electric car are generally lower, think no fuel costs, less frequent maintenance, and the potential for lower tax rates, the initial outlay can still be a tough pill to swallow. It's worth noting, though, that the gap is slowly closing. As technology advances and economies of scale come into play, the prices of electric vehicles are gradually coming down. However, it's a slow process, and in the meantime, that high initial cost remains a major stumbling block for many. In the end, it's a balancing act. You'll need to weigh the higher upfront costs against the potential savings down the line. And of course, there's the added satisfaction of driving a vehicle that's kinder to the environment. While electric vehicles can save money in the long run, the initial cost can be a hurdle. At number 3, we have the charging infrastructure. If you've been keeping an eye on the electric vehicle market, you might have noticed that charging infrastructure is one of the hot topics. The availability of charging stations and the time it takes to fully charge an electric vehicle are vital aspects of the electric vehicle experience. Let's talk about the current state of charging infrastructure. While it's true that we're seeing a steady growth in the number of public charging stations, the fact remains that they are still few and far between compared to traditional gas stations. This poses a significant challenge, especially for those residing in more rural or remote areas where charging stations are scarce. Now let's discuss the availability of charging stations. In urban areas, charging stations are becoming more common. However, in many parts of the world, the availability of charging stations is still quite limited. This lack of accessibility can make owning an electric vehicle less convenient, particularly for those who frequently travel long distances. And then, there's the time it takes to fully charge an electric vehicle. While there have been advancements in fast charging technology, charging an electric vehicle still takes significantly longer than filling up a gas tank. A typical electric vehicle can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 12 hours to charge, depending on the type of charger used and the vehicle's battery capacity. This might not be an issue if you're charging your vehicle at home overnight, but if you're on a long road trip and your battery runs low, finding a charging station and then waiting for your vehicle to charge can be quite a hassle. To sum it up, while we are making strides in the right direction, there's still a long way to go. The availability and convenience of charging stations, along with the time it takes to charge, are factors that potential electric vehicle owners must consider. Until the charging infrastructure improves, this remains a significant issue for potential electric vehicle owners. Just missing the top spot at number 2 is the battery lifespan. Now let's delve into the heart of an electric vehicle, the battery. The battery is the lifeblood of an electric vehicle, and its lifespan is a critical consideration for potential buyers. Electric vehicle batteries are designed for longevity. They're often touted to last between 8 to 15 years depending on various factors, including the model, driving habits, and even the climate in which you live. However, like all batteries, they do degrade over time, leading to reduced range and performance. Imagine this: you're in your 10th year of ownership, and you find that your vehicle's range has dropped significantly. You used to travel 200 miles on a full charge, but now you're barely scraping by with 150. That's a 25% reduction, and that can be a tough pill to swallow. But the story doesn't end there. When the battery's performance drops beyond acceptable levels, you're faced with a hefty replacement cost. While prices have been on a downward trend, a new battery pack can still run into several $1,000s. And that's a cost you don't typically factor in when you buy a gasoline car. Then there's the question of what happens to the old batteries. Yes, they can be repurposed for secondary uses like energy storage, but eventually they'll end up as waste. While recycling technologies are improving, it's still a challenge to extract valuable materials from used batteries in a cost-effective and environmentally friendly way. So, where does this leave us? Well, it's clear that the lifespan of the battery is a significant factor in the total cost of ownership of an electric vehicle. And it's an issue that extends beyond the pocketbook into the realm of environmental sustainability. The industry is hard at work, looking for solutions. We're seeing advancements in battery technology, efforts to reduce costs, and initiatives to improve recycling. But there's still a long way to go. Battery lifespan is a major concern that manufacturers need to address. And as potential buyers, it's something we should be keeping a keen eye on. And the number one issue with buying an electric vehicle is range anxiety. Just hearing the term might make you feel a little uneasy, but what does it mean? Simply put, range anxiety is the fear that an electric vehicle will run out of power before reaching a destination or a charging station. Imagine this: you're cruising along on a road trip, the music's playing, the wind's in your hair, and suddenly you notice that your battery level is dipping dangerously low. The nearest charging station, 40 miles away, that's range anxiety for you, and it's a very real concern for potential electric vehicle buyers. Now, it's not that electric vehicles can't go the distance. Many modern models boast impressive ranges. However, the inconsistency in battery performance due to factors like speed, terrain, and temperature can create uncertainty. This uncertainty, coupled with an underdeveloped charging infrastructure in many areas, fuels range anxiety. Remember, unlike traditional gas stations, charging stations for electric vehicles are still not as widespread or as quick to refuel. So running out of juice in the middle of nowhere is a genuine concern for many. In conclusion, range anxiety is not just about the actual range of the vehicle. It's about the psychological comfort of knowing you won't be stranded. Until range issues are resolved, range anxiety remains the top issue for electric vehicle adoption. So there you have it, the top 5 issues with buying an electric vehicle. A quick recap: limited choices can be a turn-off for many, but as the market evolves, we can expect a wider range of vehicles to choose from. The upfront costs are often higher than traditional vehicles. But remember, the running costs are significantly lower. Charging infrastructure is another challenge, yet it's improving every day. The lifespan of the battery remains a concern, though advancements in technology are promising. Finally, range anxiety, the fear of running out of power, can be daunting. But with proper planning and an increasing number of charging stations, it's a hurdle we can overcome. Electric vehicles are the future, and being aware of these issues can help you make a more informed decision when considering the switch. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Stay tuned for more top 5 videos on whatever top 5 videos.